Hello, everybody. This is Ethan with WiseCrack Studios, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different than normal. You see, today I'm actually going to be listening through a really old demo of mine, and I've been debating trying to re-record it for the channel, but because I already have this one, I kind of wanted to listen through it, see what I do like and see what I don't like, and just basically take notes on those in order to go through and remember for the next time that I try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start playing the song. This is a cover of Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones, by the way. And I'm just going to pause it at certain times to just say ideas that I'm thinking. So this is going to be very spur of the moment, and most of the cuts are going to be based on just me moving forward. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. The next time that I stop, it'll be because I wanted to say something. So already off the bat, I don't like the drum intro. It's very subdued, which that part I like, but for the energy I remember I was intending for this song to have, it's just not quite right. Let's go ahead and pick it back up now. I'm already hearing some problems. That bass guitar in particular, because it moves upwards. Let's get that in the right spot. Let's listen to that real quick. Also, you could tell it kind of sounded like it wanted to clip really hard for a little bit there. But that little bit where it's going up and then coming back down, while that's a nice little bass riff, combined with what the guitars are doing, it's not meshing very well. It's kind of sounding like it's creating a dissonant harmony. Yeah, it's sounding a lot like whenever the bass moves up, it's taking up too much of the territory that should be where the guitars are in. Yeah, at some point in that bass riff, there's a dissonant harmony that's just hitting a little too loudly to where it's too present and you can just, it doesn't sound great. And then add in the fact that these guitars and these guitars are just sort of, there's too much buildup in the mid-range to where it's just starting to sound a little muddy. And then let's listen to that with the drums real quick, because I remember the drums at least having more energy once you actually get into the song. I can already hear how to fix the energy of the drums a little bit by putting this more towards the beginning where that little intro bit was, and then adding in a couple more crash cymbals during this whole section. Let's go ahead and listen to the chorus real quick. Now, some of that mid-range mess that was going on before is dulled down a little bit, since the guitars seem to be playing the same thing at this point, just completely. But that honestly doesn't make it much better. It's just kind of hiding the problem. And I feel like I'm going to need to do some real work on these guitars. Obviously, I'm going to have to re-record more or less the entire song. But with these guitars especially, I'm thinking I might need to have one that is in drop D, sort of playing a low key variation while there's still the main guitar that's doing the chords, but in the normal guitar range. And for anyone that's wondering about why the vocals are all muted, it's because I already know for a fact that I'm going to have to change those out, because I know, especially with those backing vocals, I was playing around with harmonies that just ended up really not working. I kind of like the drum fills right here. I might keep those. And then it goes right back into that verse beat. Let's go ahead and jump really quickly to this. Now, the solo, I remember I outsourced it to a friend of mine, and even he has said if I end up needing to re-record the song, he can still play that solo pretty much exactly how it was, how it ended up being at the time. I really just like it. Like, it kind of, more than even the normal rhythm guitars, it fits the song very well. Whoa, 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 what was that? I need to go back a second. Let's solo these real quick. I love that drum fill. I am keeping that drum fill. So I'm still enjoying the solo. I'm wondering how it would sound if it was re-recorded with different amping and different pedals. I think at the time we recorded through a Marshall amp that really didn't have a lot of gain to it, and I don't know that we even used any extra pedals. So I do genuinely wonder what would happen with like a harder preamp gain and then also with a couple of extra overdrive pedals. I love this. Alright, so overall, after just a quick listen, I can hear some very heavy things I'm going to need to change. I'm probably going to take this bass guitar and just simplify the part completely, so it's mostly just holding a floor, because otherwise it's going to be delving way too into the rhythm guitar territory. The guitars I'm going to need to play around both with their tones as well as probably their actual arrangements, because as they are right now, especially in those verses, it's getting real muddy. And part of that could be the bass just by itself being too close to their register, but it's something I'm definitely going to have to play around with. Those drums, for the most part, there's certain parts that need more energy, but there's definitely some pieces I'm going to try to keep the same if I can. And that solo especially, like if we re-record it, it's almost exclusively because I just wanted it through like a different amp or with more pedals. The part itself sounds pretty dang good. Now, this was just sort of a spur of the moment idea that I had. I really wanted to go through this demo because I wanted to re-record this song for the channel, so I decided I wanted to go through this demo real quick just to, get an idea of what worked and what didn't work. If you guys liked this video, like I'd be happy to go more in depth about demos that I've done in the past, maybe some demos I'm working on now, or leave a comment if you did like this video. If you didn't like this video, tell me why. It's all things that help me improve this channel, and overall, I would really appreciate the support. I do genuinely think that it is good every now and then to just go back to stuff that you've worked on in the past and see how far you've come. Looking at this sounds nothing like something that I would have worked on now, even just because it's so simple. There's a total of 12 tracks in this. I think my last project I just worked on had about 70. So this is very different from something that I would work on now, but knowing what I know now, I have new ideas that could theoretically make this a really good song to re-record. So hopefully I've just given you an idea to work with in the future. As for me, this has been Ethan with WiseCrack Studios, and I hope that you have a lovely day.